Good evening. Hello, everybody. Hope you are all well and curious. It's time for IRO again. GT Endurance Championship Round 2. We're at Bathurst. 12 hours. The qualifying session will be on the menu for all of us. So yeah, I hope are ready. Let's get rid of that and see. Ha! The overlays are working, and because it's round 2, we have 2 commentators in the lobby, so I'm not alone. I have and your catchphrase in the entry message for the chat, please.
Hello, it's Crentis. Lovely to be back on comms for IRO. It's always such a blessing to help you guys out, and can't wait to see how these guys do it. I always thought I was good at Bathurst, my 203s. Already been humbled, and this is them sandbagging beforehand. Yeah, I can't wait for this one.
A good one should be a close one, yeah. You see the calendar on your screen, hopefully. So round 2, Bathurst after. We had the season opener at Daytona, 24 hours. And you see the rest of the schedule. Brands Edge, Nürburgring, 24, Suzuka. Yes, Marina as well. Oh, fingers crossed they get the track limits fixed by that time of the year.
That'll be funny watching them all like just pushing it to the barriers. Because you know they will take the absolute nick out of it.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, Interlagos and Spa, so 8-round season for this one.
Going back to what you said, being round 2 with 2 commentators in the box, I'm pretty sure quali for Spa is going to be a bit chaotic if we carry on at that rate.
Yeah, we would need an entire lobby just for the commentators, right? But then there's no car on track, so what are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. On track in the
Yeah.
comms cup.
The commentators cup, exactly.
Even the commentators are bloody A-rated in this room.
Yeah. Right, so we have the results from first round, which also means these are the overall standings. Surprise, surprise. Who would have thought? But yeah, feel good racing. So after the victory at Daytona, sitting at the top, championship 80 points. Werner Motorsports. So 2 newcomers to this year's GTEC sitting on top with Feel Good Racing and Inferno Motorsports. Our reigning champions, Esports Racer Salem, on the podium, P3. See the rest of the teams currently. So yeah, it's just 1 round, 7 to go.
Sure, the maths was pretty easy to do on that championship.
Pretty sure, yeah, it shouldn't be that difficult, but it will get more challenging than for the next rounds. So yeah, those are the standings. Let's get rid of the schedule and have a look at drivers that have entered this qualifying. So we are scheduled to see 13 teams for the qualifying today. 1 team, they got a qualifying ban for being a bit naughty.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, yeah. And then the format is 20 minutes for the first part, top 7 will advance to part 2, which is now called the Shootout.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it's an amazing format. I think we quite liked it with like having focus on the individual drivers, so for an entire lap. So that is, I think, definitely more pressure for the drivers, but a good format for commentators and spectators. Yeah, that's what we get. Yeah, these are all the needed information I think you need. Apart from, of course, if you remember Daytona, there were quite a a few
A
Dodge
few,
Vipers.
Vipers, yeah. Yeah, we had the Viper class and then everyone else.
And
It's just like every open lobby.
let's put it that way. So there are not that many Vipers anymore. But
Yeah.
surprise, still two Vipers are left on the grid. So I'm a bit shocked, to be honest. But yeah, so Ibid Racing and GT Finland Racers, they haven't swapped to a different car. Wow, we had like
Yeah.
Race Asylum, they went to the Porsche. We had Inferno Motorsport, they went to the BMW M6.
Yeah.
So
Sector 7, even though they're not here tonight, have used one of their swaps, gone from the Viper to the GTR.
nice to see that. And then we also had like three brand upgrades. So the teams that were using the Porsche 911 RSR, they switched to the 911 GT3R, the 992 model. So this doesn't count towards their free car swap for the season,
Yeah.
but they had a brand upgrade.
Yeah.
Also, I missed, I think on Project One Racing, they also went for the 911.
Yeah. Yeah, P1R changed from the Viper to 992, and it was Apex Motorsports and OVO using the car upgrade for the Porsches. I did wonder what that meant between like the swaps and the upgrades, but yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense going
now it makes sense,
one
right?
to another.
Yeah. So that was like in the rulebook.
Uh,
If for some reason
mm,
Gran Turismo 7 they bring a new
yeah,
car in the Group 3 category, so pretty sure some of the BMW guys will be
yeah.
hoping for that an M4 maybe to appear at
Yeah.
some point
Does
to
that mean that NWR can use a downgrade to the 458 and get an extra car swap?
um I think it was only written as an upgrade. I don't know if it's I'm not sure if it will be a
God,
downgrade, to be
you
honest.
are absolutely terrible at finding rules without loopholes, are you?
Yeah, that's usually the thing. Like, I know.
Nice to see chat's absolutely popping. I can only read about half of it. Wicked.
Fine, okay, so we should be starting with our qualifying session now. So let me swap some things around here.
Get all your
Probably.
fancy graphics on the go.
Yeah, and chat, wait for it.
Oh, are we gonna get a quali timer?
Come on, don't spoil them for the fun. Yeah. Let's get ready, I think, for this one. So as soon we are still missing one car, I think. So 12 teams have entered.
Yep.
So can you spot who is the missing team? But ta-da-da-dum! Look at
Parentism did spoil it earlier. If you didn't miss it.
yeah. Yeah.
See who was paying attention.
We have a timer. We have a timer.
Absolutely riveting scenes out here.
Yeah.
So it's who's putting out first? Looks like it's Esports Race Asylum, led by Jakey, followed by GT Finland and Matu, and ERS rounding it out.
Yeah, so who are we missing? So we don't like 7 Sector Racing Blazers. They are not leading.
They're the naughty boys tonight.
Yeah, so I think we are missing Alien Motorsport, like, right? The black AMG.
Yeah, it is a ALM that we're missing. Okay, we're trying to get the spaceship sorted out to get in time for quali. We just about missed it.
Okay. That's a bit of a shame. Maybe Maddie is still occupied driving the Nordschleife in reverse and forgot
Yeah.
about qualifying at Bathurst.
Oh, I had to go at that on my alt account. It was absolutely chaotic in the lower lobbies. So entertaining. I think I went from 15th to 3rd in one corner.
Yeah, I think I saw the first race on Monday on Spark's YouTube channel, and
Yeah.
it was
You see
mayhem.
Max Power go flying off of the carousel.
Yeah, definitely. So, so yeah, so 20 minutes, so enough time to set a good enough lap time to get you into the top 7. That should be the goal for the really ambitious teams that want to start at the front and grab the pole position. So pole position, yeah, in 12-hour race it's not that important. We also got
Does help though.
it does help definitely, but we also got rid of like bonus points for pole position. So yeah, it's not the end of the world if you don't start on pole. But yeah, as you said, it
Yeah, it's a
helps.
long event with some of the strongest drivers on the planet you're going up against. Very, like, anything can happen here.
That's true, and
Jakey just coming up to the mountain now on his first lap. Being very smooth, pushing that car to the absolute limits.
close to the walls. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Brave running. So yeah, so we have two Vipers. So curious to see what they can do here at Bathurst.
Just going through man, definitely gonna be interesting. So 101 for through the second sector for Jakey. What's it gonna be for Matu? 101.6. The ERA just a little bit up on GT Finland so far.
Yeah.
The 1-1 looks like I reckon Over and NWR are the ones to look out for this one. Not quite being able to show what they've got on offer quite as much. We've been not in the Viper round 1.
Definitely. So I mean, we had like Ovo the best of the rest, I think, in that Porsche at Daytona.
Yeah.
So there will be definitely one team to watch. Also, like as you said, NWR in that Ferrari. Is it good enough to compete with the Porsche here? I don't know.
Yeah, Porsche's a very strong car here.
Yeah.
Even though we've not got any on track, the 650S as well, very strong car around Bathurst. There's all Skyline picking up a bit of grass, coming up towards the final corner. That's going to cost him.
And here comes the Windfire for Apex Motorsports with a 201.3. The Skyline for QRT in the Audi R8. Still, the Audi on the grid. And Jake sets the fastest time for Project 1 Racing in that Porsche 911 GT3R 201.1.
Tim Gren 2031 for FGR. Might not have been the kind of first lap that you wanted.
And Mew Mew for NWR in the pits already. So I spot a little bit of a suspension damage flashing in here. But
yeah. Okay, the strat here is to pray and aim for the walls. Going a bit too hard in that 296 is NWR. It's just a quick repair. Fast, and it's got a nice bit of clean air now to try and set a good lap for NWR. So it's still after the first set of laps, P1R leading the way in the highlighter coloured 911, well 992 now actually.
So as always in qualifying chat, what do you reckon? Cutoff time. Any guesses in chat?
Well, I'm usually like 203 is a rapid lap for me, so let's add like 3 seconds to that. I'm gonna go.
So it's a 201.7. I think you have to go faster than that. to get into the
Yeah,
top 7?
I reckon maybe in the 200s cut-off time, possibly. Maybe like a high 201. I'm gonna go 200.9 at cut-off time.
Cut-off time. Everyone sub 201 for the top 7.
Well,
Okay, that's
these
a
are like
statement.
absolute, yeah, yeah. Well, there's absolute like world-class drivers, and then there's IRO. Like, yeah, it's impossible to predict what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like,
So
you predict they're gonna get faster, but like they're already like completely on the list. That might have been a bit of a push.
a bit low.
Maybe it's pole 209.
Yeah,
209.
maybe maybe more
Oh,
like.
is that Skyline that went off? So there's the FGR. No, my team Kitso turn 1 massive
Yep.
shunt.
The dust and smoke and everything
Yeah.
coming out of that car. So in chat,
Pain, death, and destruction.
Jaden with a 1.5, so 201.5. I guess 0.3, 0.4, probably looking
Yeah.
like that. I would be surprised if we see that many teams below that 201. But you never know. I mean, cars are getting a bit lighter.
At least one, I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that 0.7 still currently for Adi, for Elite Racing Squad in their BMW M6. And the first of the Vipers outside of that top 7. So how the tables have turned since Daytona, right?
Yeah, it's completely on its head with the Viper dominance out the window for this one.
Yeah, but they have a plan, hopefully, for the team. Pretty sure they will change the car at some point throughout the season.
Yeah, the Viper's kind of a one-trick pony at the moment. It's got straight line speed of a Group 2, but cornering ability of a road car.
So Matu for a brief moment, P6, P7 now.
Yeah.
So 0.6 it is, and Antonio, as expected, here we go, the first driver with a sub 201 to 0.8. So
Told you to be looking out for Ovo on this one. What a lap from Antonio Santos there. Team improves to a 205, no, 202.5, I mean. Not good enough to get out of P11. Chat saying in the Viper, not done much practice, did Tim? Going in blind for quali, is he? What was that? Yeah, by the way, Tim had to drop in with that training. Said FGR lean bro. There we go, sadly, yeah.
So you have like low expectations there for Feel Good Racing for this qualifying session, but 12 hours of racing, it's a long one, so maybe you can improve.
Incredibly strong team there. They can definitely show us what we've done leading the championship.
All right. So we have 3 Porsches. Then we have the Ferrari and WR Miu.
Oh, there's Addy that's spun around on the mountain. Well, the downhill section actually.
Oh yeah, he's
waiting for everyone to go past. Just parked it up a little bit.
See if we can catch that.
Yeah.
Moment. Oh, it's already backwards.
Yeah, there he is.
Good job.
Go past. Now he's going through. Don't really want to be going through on a hot lap. Through there, go around the blind corner, and you've just got a BMW perpendicular to the track, kind of suboptimal.
See, we just see the end of it. So, tail happy BMW lost the rear. Oh, and look at that.
That's why everyone's here. Who's got the most miles on the odometer? And it is the person that just went flying around, Addy, with 6,200 miles on that BMW.
Antonio went quicker, and also Matu in that Dodge Viper, the one-trick pony, P4 in that qualifying. Never say never.
Exactly, it just goes to show the strength of the drivers on track at the moment, being able to do 201 201 Ts in the Viper at Bathurst.
Yeah, so we are down to that 201.358 for the cutoff time, and we have a 353 in P6 and a 384 in P8. So again, mighty close gaps there for that hot seat at P7. Currently Skyline. He's not safe. Getting a Mew Mew up to P2. Ferrari also looking good, at least in Mew Mew's hands.
Two World Series teams, 1 and 2 on the grid so far.
Skyline is improving, 2/10 up, so he wants to give himself a little bit of a cushion for the team to get into that shootout. So you see the timer, 8 minutes and a bit still left. Time is flying. As always, oh, the rear a bit loose. Probably not ideal for the long straight now.
Tonkin on 2/10 up, absolutely flying in that BMW, giving it all he's got. Beautiful livery designed by INF Tiger, that one. It's the only one that I do know who designed the livery for Inferno.
They will Skyline see if he can improve his lap time and move up a little bit. So we see a couple of drivers pitting for fresh tires. Probably want to stay low on the fuel.
Yeah. They should have enough fuel to make the full 20 minutes.
And Skyline lost it. So where's Tonkinen?
Into the pits as well. Yeah, he's currently P9 coming up towards the final corner now. He was just under 3/10 up last time I checked. I reckon strong through a bit of a loose back end. Is that going to cost him? What's it going to be across the line?
0.3. Ooh, missed out by 6 thousandths of a second for now. 7 minutes to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's P8. P9 also not far behind Caso in that Mazda RX Vision for the Portugal All-Stars. Then we have in P10, it's Adi for Elite Racing Squad. What's that?
Yeah.
That's a 0.5. Okay, 2/10 needed.
Improves to a 1977. Not enough to improve position, but did still manage to shave off a bit of time and get into the 201s. Did my team.
And Feel Good Racing, yeah. So trying to get up to speed in this short 20-minute session. Then can they go at least into the 201s? Well, this one
Antonio Santos quitting back to pits.
Yeah, I think that's him being
done for the day.
No, done for the session, I would say.
Yeah. Definitely, like even with my mental cut-off prediction, that lap will still be safe.
Yep, definitely. So we are running again with Skyline, who was up a little bit on the personal best, 5 thousandths behind Jakey, 6 ahead of Tonkinen, and was it a good run? It's a 0.350. So, yep, there was an improvement happening. All right. So Tonkinen comes around. Just over 5 minutes to go.
Is it gonna be? It's looking strong.
Yeah, 0.1. That is P4. Someone is excited.
I'm not biased in the slightest, but like that's my team throwdown captain there.
Alright, so
who else in the pits? That's Caso for Portugal All Stars, coming in with a bit of damage. He taking some fresh tyres as well. We're gonna see if he can
someone improved. Kipstow for my team. Esports. Now the driver on the hot seat, he jumped Jakey. And with a
2000.
Yep.
Jakey.
You did.
4,000 behind his Skyline. Absolutely neck and neck getting to the cut-off. And my team, Kipstow, through the first sector, already over a 10th up just through one corner. Is absolutely flying. is the Belgian. Is he going to be able to improve even further on this lap? We'll check back in within just
Find out
over a
soon.
minute's
Yeah.
time.
We just go through the top 7 for now. So we have OVO Esports, we have NWR, P1R, then Inferno, AMS, Apex Motorsport, the GT Finland Racers, and my team. Your top 7 for now. But it's still a hot fight. Just under 4 minutes to go. Jakey on the outside looking in. 2000s just needed. He is on that flying lap. Has fresh soft tires. What can you do? Where is ALN, Zach? Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, we're asking the same thing, mate. My theory is they're still building the spaceship.
Oh, someone
to get back
improved
here.
massively. Skyline up to P2 in that Audi.
Wow,
A
what a
200.9. So that
Second one into the sub 201s.
puts Matu on the hot seat in the Viper.
Yeah, also demoted Kipsto down into the relegation zone, but he's still up by a tenth. Should be able to get back into that top 7 for my team. P1R Jake also improves to 0.8. Wow, what a lap!
And now showing some muscles for the shootout. Getting into the rhythm. We stay with my team. Coming around the final turn. Can they get into the top 7 again? Let's wait. No! Lost a little bit. Just again. 2.5 minutes. It's now who can improve? My team.
Jakey's.
Spots.
Oh, me
Ooh,
improved.
even
He beat Antonio Santos. Wow. 2:00.670. What a lap! Wow.
What a lap.
Maybe like 2:00.9 cut-off time might not have been so like mentally insane as you thought it
Oh.
was.
3/4 off. Yeah, but you had a nice little feeling about fast lap times. That's for sure. So Jakey Esports Racers are currently P9. Can they make the move into the top 7? Jakey was a little bit down when we had a glimpse at the sector time. So comes down to conversate. It's 3 tenths down. That's not the lap.
He's gonna get another lap though, but it will be his last one.
Yeah. So in P10 also in the mix still, I'd say, Concasso for the Portugal All-Stars. And so I guess it's between Matu, Kipzo, Jakey, Concasso, yeah.
Those drivers within a tenth of the cut-off time.
But I think no one predicted a 0.29 as the cut-off time. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Skyline into the pits. Isn't gonna get a lap. He's happy with that 2:00.9.
Definitely.
So current cut-off time a 2:01.299, but that could definitely change.
Yeah. But they get one more. My team, the 54 AMG. Don't think this is the lap.
Yeah. Tim Gren improves again to 2:02.3. Not good enough to get out of P12 though.
Concasso also just makes it across the line to get that one more lap. Where is Adi? The camera showing us some nice little sponsors on that wall, but we are missing a car somewhere.
Yeah. Well, the team sponsors on the car.
Oh,
mate. They're
oh, he ran out of fuel. That's the qualifying done, I think.
Oh.
Right, back to
Who ran out of fuel?
Adi for ERS.
Oh.
He just went over the line and then parked it, so that's fine.
Got out of the way though, which is no, that's the corner before getting to the line.
Okay. Yeah, the camera was still a bit weird.
Yeah.
But everyone who is on a flying lap can complete that, and maybe we will see some changes. Currently, it's still a D-Dodge Viper for the 6.6 crew, 2.6 seconds down, so they won't be improving. What about Jakey? I think is the next driver. Who comes out? Oh, that rear getting loose. He is pushing to the line. 201.5. No! The number 1 team, P9, best they can finish. What about my team, AMG? Can they jump? They're up! They are up! Did they?
They've demoted Inferno down to P6, Windfire up to P5. Tonk's got a decent gap to Matthew, though, should be safe.
Yeah.
It all depends what my team can do. Are they going to be able to get into the final round of qualifying?
They were 700th up. The exit didn't look that good. Oh, he made it! Oh, just P7.
Demoted GT Finland down.
To P8, yeah, I think that's... No, it's Goncasso for the Portugal All-Stars. No, he's too slow.
No chance.
It's P10.
Is 4 minutes 12 with no fuel. Don't think that's getting him through.
And FGR in 12th position. So
that's both fighters out in the first round of qualifying.
Yeah. Yeah, but the GT Finland racers put up a good fight.
Definitely,
in that Viper.
1-2-2-9-9.
They were running inside the top 7 for a long time, and then basically with the checkered flag they got kicked out by the My Team esports team. So clutch performance. The My Team esports team. My team? Yeah, your team. Everyone's team. Right. So that's... we will get the graphics in a minute once the timer is down. But yeah, we have then the 66 in P8, the number 1 in P9, we have the number 4 in 10th. Then it's the 50... the 7... Yeah! Shut up, Jaeger. Show the results, just... It's better that way.
Do your job, comes boy.
Do your jobs. So, top 7 will advance to the shootout that will follow straight after this qualifying, so don't go anywhere. So it will be a spectacle. We see. So we have NWR, new in the Ferrari. Fastest lap so far. Tonio for Ovo Esports. P2. Jake for Project 1 Racing. Third. Skyline for QRT in the Audi R8. For Fire for Apex Motor for the Porsche P5. Tonkanen at M6 for Inferno Motorsports P6. And Kipzo for My Team AMG 7. And we have next drivers that didn't make it. R2 for GT Racers. We have the Esports Race Salem team with J-Key. Also for the Portugal All-Stars. Adi in WM6 for the racing squad, and then for field racing, our championship leaders, by the way. Alright. So now wait for... Oh, they already have left the room.
Yeah.
They're as quick. Yeah, whatever. So can prepare ourselves, I think, then for the shootout. Let me up play correctly.
Yeah.
Then
yeah. Ridiculous doesn't do this level justice, Jaden. Not at all.
This is with BOP. Yep. It's just brake balance. I mean, to be fair, they were riding on a low amount of fuel, so not 100%, right? But
yeah.
Apart from that,
still sub 201s.
Still sub 2. That's exactly. Yeah. All right.
So if you could just confirm how the shootout works for anyone new here, the top 7.
Yep.
How are they going to do it?
So we have 7 teams in the shootout, like teams that qualified in that first session, and then it will be reverse order. So driver that qualified P7 in the first round, I think that was so then, for my team, they will go out on track get an out lap, and get a flying lap. Once they're on their flying lap, the next car is on track to do their out lap and then their flying lap, and so on. I think you should get the idea behind it. So
Yeah.
this means for us on comms and for you, thousands or millions watching this at home, you will get
Billions, actually.
billions, right? Yeah, we will get to see entire lap, the hot lap for every car. That is mighty pressure moments for the drivers. So yeah, that's the idea, and
Yeah, knowing the entire world is watching.
exactly, yeah. Right. And so you see probably on the screen here as well, so the drivers will get pinged in the in-game chat when they can go onto track. And then it's time to shine, right?
Yeah.
Shine bright like a diamond. No, I'm not gonna sing. Stop it.
No, yes, you are. We're having some dual Jaeger and Krentis karaoke on while we're waiting for the outlaps to finish. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Right, here we go. So we don't have a time limit. We hope like within 20 minutes we should get the 7 drivers out on track, and so that they can get their flying lap in.
We all know that's why everyone's actually here. It's not to watch the World Series pace, it's for my odometer checks and your karaoke.
Of course it is.
So it's Gipso straight away out for his outlap for my team.
You see, qualifying in P7 will get you the most screen time. That's also like you have to, if you want to represent your team, qualify P7 at the first stage. But there might be a little bit of a risk to maybe that you don't make it into the top 7. But here we go. So you
can't sandbag too hard.
no, but yeah, you get the entire out lap and the flying lap for the car. So I think my team sponsors will be happy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
As much screen time as possible. Lovely livery on all the cars. If anyone knows who designed any of them, let us know in chat. As I said, the only one I know is INF Tiger did the Inferno Motorsports livery.
Yeah, I think for Race Asylum it's JP who does the lovely work, I know that.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I don't know. Usually Project 1 Racing, it's Slammer who designs the liveries. But yeah, if people in chat know things, let us know.
Enlighten us on your wisdom.
Alright, so getting ready, coming down the Conrad Straight on the outlap. The chase now. I think tires should be in a good position. So we are running on roughly 25 liters of fuel. Here you see that.
Yeah.
We have it on display. Sorry.
do we not get a timer for the shootout then?
Yeah. Alright. Onboard time in the AMG. L corner. A bit wide.
Did they get multiple laps for the shootout? I'm assuming, yeah.
So down the mountain straight, first sector type 19.4.
Yeah, Tonkanon just coming out of the pits now for Inferno as we speak.
That looked a bit sketchy. He's
pushing that car to the absolute limit. Is Kipstone trying to get as much time as possible out of that AMG? Oh, the back end almost goes, manages to catch it though. Superb car control as we come up through the mountain now, pushing. Wow, look at how close we're getting to the
Oh,
wall
that was the
there.
safety lift. And downshift as well, so it's
Oh,
aggressive. But probably the way to do it, if you want to go fast. You're down. The dipper.
watch out for the track limits in that one. It looks like you should be able to push it to the wall, but you definitely can't in this game.
It's a hell of a ride.
Here we go through the back straight now. What are the sector times gonna look like? We're not gonna have.
Probably don't have any deltas. It's the first car on track, but also for the following cars. If they're not purple, we don't know. Oh, not ideal. The chase. And over the grass and the spin and unlucky.
Yeah.
So that's
There goes his brake markers.
yep. And I think that is probably P7 for my team.
Yeah, slightly suboptimal from my team there.
Yeah, a 207. Right. And let's go to D27 BMW M6 for Tonkanen.
Now we're just going to have a brake board chilling on the racing line for us, which is going to be it all on because the drivers aren't going to see it.
Here we go.
Through turn one now for Tonk.
Next up will be Apex Motorsports, the 23 Porsche and purple first sector for Inferno Motorsport. Point 3. It looked very stable over those curbs. I've seen different things from that BMW.
Yeah, it's a very it's kind of got a mind of its own. The F6 it feels like. So push you hard using that. Turning in through the mountain now, pushing towards the walls. No lift there from Tonk. Pushing flat still, coming towards the tricky downhill braking zone. 3/10 purple already on Kipsto's lap.
Using every inch of the track. Now the good
now.
Forest elbow. You need a good exit for the long Conrad straight. Now, let's see. It's not the fastest car, that BMW, especially if you go to 6th gear, I think. But yeah, I lost a little bit coming out of Forest elbow. But we know, like, there was a big mistake. And
yeah, just gotta keep it on track now, see what Tonk can do, what sort of lap is he gonna have across the line through the final corner now, keeping it nice and smooth, strong on the throttle. What's it gonna be across the line for Inferno? It's gonna be a 2:16.
So that's the one-shot quali pressure, right? So it was nearly a second slower than we saw by the end of the first qualifying session for the top runners. So next up, Windfire.
Got a lot more fuel in the car though, which will be playing a role a bit heavier, as you said again.
Yeah,
like you've got the pressure, knowing everyone's watching you on that lap.
It is. So
Windfire going a bit wide at turn one there, kicking up a bit of grass.
It is. Well, let's see the sector time. 0.1 though, he had some good cornering speed.
Yeah. We know that 992 is very strong here. The RRR car just suits Bathurst so well going through the tricky technical corners of the mountain.
Had to back out a little bit. It wasn't ideal up the hill, but this part, yeah, touched the wall. But no problem now. Inside.
Slow you down or there's no damage. Did you really kick the wall?
Lift needed in that RR car. Up.
Through the break.
Now the dipper probably the crucial bit for the MRR cars. Can he get a good run out of the first elbow? Early on the pole. Not ideal, or was it lag? I don't know. Didn't look that smooth.
Looked like the rear just went a bit loose coming on the throttle, but he kept it under control through the straight. Now we're going to have a sector time.
No!
He did lose quite
He lose. He is not purple anymore, so he lost at least 1.5 tenths.
Or two, yeah. Through
And
the
again,
final sector now, coming up towards the final corner. Looking smooth. Is he going to be able to gain that time back on Tonkaron? Can he improve on that 2016? What's it going to be across the line? Powering down is that Porsche, and it's 2015. He has improved, and that's Apex Motorsports on provisional pole.
That's, yeah, we know like Tonkaron lost a little bit on those final 2 corners, I think.
Yeah, time for the number 64 QRT. What can Skyline do in that Audi? The only Audi R8 on the grid so far. We might see a couple later on in the season with the car changes. Depends what the teams want to do.
Exactly. So we had like this, I think, 19.1. And it's a 19.4, so that's a bit down. 2-3 tenths, I think, on this first sector. So it needs a magic mountain run now to bring back a little bit of that time lost out of basically the first turn.
Jake out the pits now, single for P1R. Next driver to keep an eye on. So Skyline coming through. Oh, did that clip the wall there? Might have been a bit of lag. Didn't seem to slow him down too much. So it looks like he's just pushing it so far on the limits through the downhill braking section. Now pushing that car as hard as it will go through the dipper. Keeps it clean up towards the wall through the devil's elbow. What's it going to be going on to the straight?
Oh, close to the wall, but first to second on the exit. So he wants to use all of the possible torque that's available to the car.
That Audi R8, such a fun car to drive the Evo.
It's still not purple.
Yeah, 33-1, not purple, but should be able to at least get ahead of Kipstow, provided that there's no crash or anything through this lag sector, which it looks to have been clean through. Late on the brakes for the final corner, throwing the car in, slamming on the throttle. What's it going to be across the line for Skyline? A 2:19. So good enough for P3 so far, but AMS and Inferno firmly ahead. Right, so now it's P1R that we want to have a look at, see what Jake can do in that 992. Changed from the Viper from round 1.
But kept their green color.
Yeah, the highlighter, as I like to call it. You can definitely spot it in race photos.
Then we have 2 more drivers to go. Next up, we saw it will be Antonio. But let's focus on Jake and Project 1 Racing. A 0.3, that's also a bit down on Windfire's first sector in the same car. So Windfire had a massive first turn, good sector, but had a bit of a shaky end to that lap, so there's still room. And also not the cleanest run so far. But let's see, he used the curb. Close to the walls, didn't touch it. Livery still intact. Then a little lift. Skyline carries the speed. Looks good, could be purple. Nope, it's not.
It's close though, 1013, strong through there. What's it going to be as we come through the dipper up towards Devil's Elbow?
That looked smooth. This could be a good run. Down the long straight. Oh, rev it.
The throttle coming out of there. It's like he's used the keyboard.
And here we go, purple.
Purple, wow. On for a 2-1-3 if you can match Windfire's final sector.
I think this could be a point 2.1 maybe. He doesn't make any mistake.
Very strong through there, strong through the final sector, on the power, barreling down towards the line.
8.2
for P1R.
Straight lap.
Very strong lap from P1R. Right, so now it's the main event.
Antonio
Santos and Mimu, a World Series driver and a former World Series driver.
Here we go.
Through turn one, keeps it nice and clean off the grass. Very strong corner speed. What's the sector time going to look like compared to Jake's? It's only one corner.
19.1. 1.5 tenths up.
Mimu out of the pits now as well. Santos coming up towards the mountain, up toward and through the cutting now.
Looked tidy.
Nice and smooth. Bit of the rear wiggling a bit. The corrects it so smooth. Looks like it didn't even bother him in the slightest. Up nice and close towards these walls, pushing to the absolute limits, revving the absolute.
Oh. It's as close as it gets to the wall.
Yeah.
Was it fast? Will we see purple? Yep, lost a little bit though.
Still a 10th purple though, through the dipper, keeps it.
Oh, wall! That might have been the little mistake that cost him the 10th he had in hand.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he lost around 2-3 tenths, I'd say, from that little clip of the wall. Should still be good enough for 2015, 2016, I reckon, depending on how strong this final
Yeah, we're still roughly a tenth.
Never mind, I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. It seems, don't listen to this idiot. Coming through the final sector now is Antonio Santos, coming up towards the final corner, late on the brakes. What's it going to be as we barrel down towards the start-finish straight? It's going to be a 2-1-1.
That's
good enough for provisional pole, but not by much. It's all going to be down to NWR now. Where can they put that 296? What can Mumu do?
Yep.
Can we get into the 2 minutes?
It's just one lap, yeah, but we have a Porsche on the front row guaranteed with.
Yeah.
Ovo, what about that Ferrari 296 NWR Motorsport? Also one of the all-star teams in this year's competition.
Incredible seeing the caliber of drivers and teams that have entered IRO this year. Seems to just get stronger and stronger every year. Dread to see what the lineup for next year is going to look like.
Yeah. A little bit down from Mimu, but not by much. I think that's into the thousands, maybe.
Yeah, it was still a 19-1 for the first sector, so still very, very strong. Through that first corner is the 296. We know it's not quite got the straight line speed that the what's it called, the Porsche has, so that could have been where he lost out a bit through that sector, but through the mountain now, the tricky technical corners, getting as close as possible.
Oh, wide.
The walls.
No.
A bit wide, still not purple, is Mumu.
Not ideal, the dipper. The wiggle. I think that's hard to overcome.
That may have cost him pole there, yeah. May have even cost NWR a shot at the front row.
Yep.
Are we going to see a Porsche front row lockout for the 12 hours of Bathurst this year?
It's the top end advantage, but 0.6, that's I think 3/10 down, so more like P3, P4 at this pace.
Not quite the lap that maybe would have wanted. He's still going to be very, very strong. Coming through the final corner now, late on the brake, short shift a second, strong on the throttle. What's it going to be? Barreling down. It's going to be a 2:14, good enough for P3, but we have got a Porsche front row lockout in the form of Ovo and P1R.
Exactly. Now we sit and wait for a couple of minutes.
4 minutes, aren't we? Yeah, yeah, we got to wait for the added time and the timer to finish.
Yep.
So I think this is some perfect time for some Jaegeroki while we wait for this to finish.
Yeah, but no. So it is still like there will be more seeing throughout the season, but you have to wait.
For the night stints.
I probably won't be doing that many night stints on commentary, to be honest, but maybe early morning stints or whatever. So so I can bring up the schedule just while we are waiting, so we see it. And so the next will be the Nürburgring 24 hours. So make a mark in your calendar, start of July, and there will be some lovely singing again. And then of course for the season finale at Spa, but those will be the only broadcasts. Listen to my lovely voice. Apart from that, it's just boring commentary. Oh,
Boo, who wants that?
Yeah, exactly. Who wants that? It should be about the teams, the drivers, not about us in the commentary booth waffling stuff and singing or whatever.
No, we're definitely the main event. What are you on about?
Right? A little bit of discussion in chat about equal conditions for this shootout. I get the idea behind it, but I don't like for this one. So if you want, you get lucky at some point. So early or late, it's not guaranteed if the wind changes that much in those 20 minutes. And yeah, it's like for endurance racing, it's just my opinion, of course, but we tend to replicate like real multipliers for everything and shouldn't, but then for qualifying. We had it for like the pre-qualifying because it's spread over several days and sessions, so that is fine, but live session. People do mention conditions that are different, but that's fortunately nothing can like adjust in the hobby settings, right? So would be nice like to have it maybe within a certain window, but
pray for GT8 that you can affect like wind speeds and stuff in race settings, because that's the main thing that changes it with the equal conditions.
Yeah, and then also don't have an influence like on a track temperature, ambient temperature, and all that stuff. So I think those are probably all settings in the game that could be like made available to us, but yeah, we have to live with that settings that we have for us. And yeah, I think as we touched upon earlier in the qualifying, so you won't guarantee to win if you start on pole for 12-hour race. Of course, stay out of trouble probably a bit better for the race starting at the front. But then again, we have like a rolling start, manual rolling start, and all that stuff. All right, so qualifying has
Yeah,
ended
finally.
finally, and so we have like uh, people have left, so that's why the standing graphics is a bit in the wrong order. So,
Yeah.
but we have Ovo Esports and Antonio then with that 201.196 taking an on front row joining him. That's Jake for Project One Racing. Then row number 2, Prentice. Who we had got there?
We've got VQS Mimu for NWR Motorsports with a 201.436 and AMS Windfire for Apex Motorsports with a 201.580 in the 992. Then row 3, Jaeger.
The Tonkanen for Inferno Motorsport in the BMW M6 and Skyline GT Esports in the Audi R8. LMS Evo. So I said it.
Yeah, and then Kipstow rounding out the final shootout ones with that unlucky crash on his hot lap.
Yep. We saw that. Right. So that's it probably for today. So we will be back. The host has ended the game, yeah. So okay, that's our signal.
Yeah, that's our signal for me to go do my league race.
So yeah. We will be then back tomorrow for the 12 hours, of course. But the green flag should drop, and don't let me say anything wrong here, because we have currently a bit of a time zone mess between US and Europe, UK. So I want to make sure, like we
the
have
green flag will drop eventually,
if
sometime tomorrow. The
eventually.
strategy is just to refresh the page constantly for the entire 24 hours until you see split one open.
That's it. So it should be 10 a.m. GMT where we see the green flag. We will be then live, I think, 10 minutes early or something like that for the build up and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, stream will, of course, then be scheduled, announced, as always. And yeah, looking to see you there then for the stream.
Yeah.
Well then, have a nice rest of your Friday. A good sleep for the event. And
thank you so much for having me on comms again. It was an absolute pleasure to help out.
you will hear both of us tomorrow for a little bit stints. So
I would have been doing 2 stints, but I don't know how to check a calendar, so I'm only doing 1.
it's a loss for all of us.
Yeah, I gotta listen to Jaeger for another 2 hours.
Yeah, boo again. So yeah, and he's not even singing. Yeah, I know. So that's it. All right. So then let's end this here. Take care, everybody, and see you for the race tomorrow. And
Bye bye.
bye bye.